Hey guys, it's Phil Morrison. I coach naturally quiet people who have social anxiety on building confidence, connecting with people, developing their natural strengths, and creating a healthy lifestyle. Really enjoyed today's session with a new client, Kat. And from the really deep back and forth conversation, a few analogies came out of it, which I thought I'd share because they can help people for sure. The first one is about looking after your mental health. And this came from Kat, so I'm reiterating it and building upon it. So imagine that your mental health is a garden. It takes work to maintain it. You have to water it. You have to give the plants food, to mow it, to clean it. If you don't do these things, it's going to start to deteriorate. Some people, they help you keep your garden good. They do the mowing, the watering, reposition things, make it nice. Other people, knowingly or unknowingly, they trample on your happiness. So what this means is they trample on the garden, reduce its quality, its overall condition goes down. The current state of your garden, there's no one to blame for it. There's no point in blaming anyone for the current state of your garden because blaming anybody isn't going to help you out, as tempting as it is. But what you do with it from now on, that's your responsibility, and that's something which you do have control over. So getting away from toxic people as best as you can is really going to help you. Less people trampling on your garden. Taking up running, that's going to help you as well. Running's amazing for boosting mental health. I go running 6 days a week, have a blast doing it. Enjoyed this morning's run, and I'm going to go for 2 runs tomorrow, one by myself and one as part of a local running club. Every single client of mine who's taken up running has enjoyed it, and it's improved their garden, their mental health. So for me, it's a no-brainer. It's a great motivation to run because you feel better afterwards, you function better, it increases your confidence, and of course, this is just the mental side of it. Of course, there's the health and fitness gains that you're going to get as well. Better circulation, less fat in your blood vessels, longer life expectancy, lower heart rate, less stress, more calmness and peace. There's so much that you're going to get from running. Diet also improves your mental health. I know you've heard these things before, diet and exercise, getting good sleep, but the reason that they keep getting repeated is because they actually work. Socializing with good people several times a week. This also nurtures your garden, makes a big difference. And if you're someone committed to changing and improving your life, you have to leave no stone unturned. So if you're secretly neglecting something which you know is going to help you out, now's the time to find that strength and courage to face your fear of integrating that into your life. If you're already running, you've already got your diet under control, but you're not going out there and socializing, you're missing out on so much growth. And likewise, if you're not exercising, you're missing out on so much growth. The great thing with running too is that it attracts lots of positive people with an uplifting mindset. I rarely see someone that's angry, really, really sad out there running. It's a rarity. Usually people who are in a good place, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You can do social runs as well, whether it's a running club or park run, which is a free 5k run at 9 a.m. in a lot of parks across the UK. So now I'm going to switch to compulsive thinking. A thought occurred to me just before today's coaching session, which actually was focused quite a bit on compulsive thinking. This thought occurred to me just before the session, spontaneously. So in our lives, we are the writers, the directors, and the editors. So we're in control. And our thoughts, the problem with our thoughts is that naturally there isn't any punctuation there. And imagine if you just put your thoughts onto a page and kept on going exactly as they are right now. And you read back that book which you've made. It would be a very, very stressful read. To have line after line after line with no commas, no full stops, jumping from one topic to another, endlessly going back and forth, going in circles, again, repeating. It would be a really awkward, clunky, and messy read. Why not add punctuation to your thoughts? Intuitively, you know when a thought doesn't come from the right place. It's a pattern, dwelling on the past, for example. You know it's tempting, it's trying to pull you in, but if you dwell on the past, on your parents, on something that happened in school, and it's going to make you angry, you're better off leaving it and not dwelling on it. You might be tempted to dwell on it, thinking you're going to find a magic solution. But the best solution is not to feed it and keep it alive in the first place. Put a full stop there. Recognize that it's a compulsive thought pattern that's going to bring you down. Full stop. Close that chapter. That chapter's done now. You can come back to it another day if you really have to. But for now, close that book. It's okay. That particular chapter, that particular book, I've shut it, put it in a filing cabinet. I'm not going to focus on that right now. If it's really important, I'll come back to it another day. You're not compelled to dwell on the past, negative thought patterns. You can pull yourself away from it. As tempting as it might be, as addictive as it is, you can gain control and step away from that and stop feeding it. Imagine that it's another person rather than a voice in your head. So rather than a compulsive thought, it's another individual who's in front of you. You probably relate to the experience of being trapped in a negative conversation and overstaying out of politeness. In a conversation which you're finding draining and exhausting, you really want to leave, but you're overstaying because you're being nice to the other person. Everybody's done this before. It's so much better to cut the thread and move on. You're going to be happier. You're going to be lighter. So recognize that it's the same with compulsive thought patterns. You're under no obligation to comply and enter into these negative conversations with yourself that you really don't want to be in. In today's session, a homeless person came over and asked if I had any change. Sometimes, of course, I will buy a homeless person a coffee, some food, but when it feels right. On this occasion, I said, no, sorry, I don't have any change on me. I just have a card. I didn't want to engage in that conversation because I was focused on helping out my client. So I said no to the conversation. That's no different than you saying no to the compulsive thoughts. It's a bit like a mental martial art, and with time and practice, you can get really good at it. I've got so much better at this over time, and it's massively improved my happiness. I feel a lot lighter because I'm not spending as much time as I used to spend dwelling on things from the past, things which are not going to change because they've already happened. But you can write your future. So it's dangerous to spend too much time being addicted to the pain of the past. And it's great when you can break away from that, be more present, more grateful, and start to enjoy each day in your life. So when you don't want to engage in a conversation, you might say to somebody, sorry mate, in a bit of a rush. You might say, I would like to chat, but I've got other things to focus on right now. I would stop and listen to you if it was right to, but I'm going to go home and do a live stream instead. I've not got time for this right now. So rather than engaging in this dialogue, I'm going to allow myself to relax and enjoy watching a film on Netflix. Don't let the inner bully gain power over you. Don't feed it. It wants control. It wants a reaction. And it's the inner bully that is trying to suck you into its drama. Your drama of the past. It's trying to pull you into it. As tempting as it is, don't engage it. Use mental punctuation. Recognize it coming. Put a full stop there and close that tab. And sometimes a thought just won't go away. Keeps coming back, keeps trying to pull you in. Keep doing the same practice. You don't need to engage it. And if a thought pattern keeps beating you down and you're really struggling to get past it, it's interfering with your daily happiness. Fear of rejection, fear of career change, it's really holding you back. That's the time that you want to get coaching. To have someone else listen to you, break down that pattern, change your perspective, change the way you see it, and get you out of that fear trap. So it's about saying no to that voice that wants to pull you into the compulsive thoughts. Something which I'm doing now, jumping away from that topic of compulsive thinking. So I'm focused at the moment on going the extra mile, pushing myself, and taking on more responsibility in my business. I'm always growing myself as a coach so that I can be better at helping other people grow. And that's an endless journey, a continuous process. So I'm challenging myself to do more coaching sessions, to put more stuff out there, to build different coaching packages and programs, public speaking courses for groups of people, social anxiety mastery courses for groups of people, as well as my one-to-one coaching, which is going fantastic. If you're potentially interested in checking out one of my events for overcoming social anxiety, these are free events which take place once a month in Birmingham. You're very welcome to drop me an email. You can come down, meet a bunch of different people. It's a really welcoming, non-judgmental space. And the focus is to make you feel accepted in the group, to get you out of your shell, and to get you growing as a person, feeling more confident, being yourself, connecting with people, overcoming different blockages, getting past self-sabotage, and also going away feeling motivated and accountable. So you're taking action outside of the events to grow as a person and improve your life. If you want to come down and check out what the events are all about, I very much look forward to meeting you in person. You don't overcome social anxiety by watching a video. You have to socialize. You have to get the experience, the exposure therapy, and literally my events are exposure therapy for social anxiety. Additionally, I offer each new person who's potentially interested in receiving coaching one free session. Try before you buy. So if you're thinking about being coached, you want to have someone to talk to, provide an outside perspective, give you that help and support to reduce anxiety, improve your conversation skills, build confidence connecting with people, overcome fears, whatever that fear might be, drop me an email and you can try my free taster coaching session to see if the coaching's right for you. And it's also a great setup for me because I have a great reputation as a coach. Vast majority of my clients really happy with the results, and I want to maintain that reputation. So I only take on people who I know I can help out, where there's a high percentage chance of them being very happy with the results. And if somebody isn't right for my coaching, I can refer them to someone who can help them out in their particular area, what they're struggling with. I'm friends with a bunch of psychotherapists who specialize in various different areas. So if you're potentially interested in the events or the taster coaching session, drop me an email. I will sign off this live stream now. Enjoyed it. Always enjoy it. I have another coaching session on tomorrow, as well as Friday and Saturday. So looking forward to putting more value out there and seeing what happens, enjoying each day as it comes. So enjoy the rest of your evening. If you're new to my channel and you want to join in with the live streams and ask questions, get notified when I release videos and all this stuff, feel free to subscribe. I will stop waffling now. Leave you to go out there and work on your garden and work on stopping to engage the compulsive thought patterns so that you feel lighter, less anxious, and more confident. Right. Bye.